Aries, I'm Gabriella from Gabriella's Vampire Tarot. For today, I'm going to be doing a general reading and a 9-card spread. I'm going to be using the regular tarot deck, so past, present, future. And I'm going to clarify it with the vampire deck, draw a special vampire card for you, draw a vampire oracle for you, and then draw 3 yes or no answers for you. So let's get started for the reading. Hope you guys had a wonderful Scorpio new moon of overcoming your fears. So let's look at what the cards have for Aries. Okay. Oof. Okay, so this is the Sun card, but for the general card for today, you get the Sun. Okay. So in the first row, which is the past, you get the Knight of Wands, the Fool, oof, and the Tower. Well, at least this is in the past, so the thing is, what I see, for you in the past, Aries, what I see is, that, you were on track about something. You took a leap of faith, and then you had a tower moment of some kind. So, it could have been an endeavor, a goal, or, any kind of, opportunity or something, and you actually, started heading really fast, because this is a fire card, which is, your fire, and you could have been heading down towards something really fast, and yeah, you see this horse really galloping quite fast, and, the knight, it doesn't have to mean man or woman in the situation, but whoever this is, it just looked at, you were kind of determined about something in the past, and you took a leap of faith of some kind. You probably thought, okay, I'm just going to let the chips fall where they may, and I'm just going to embark on whatever this was, and somehow it ended up in a tower of chaos and crisis. Wow, it sounds heavy. But sometimes, when you take a leap of faith, you don't always know if it's going to be okay or not. Sometimes, chance, the 50-50 chance, or, rolling the dice and stuff, it doesn't, it could, sometimes end up quite chaotic and bad in the past. Any kind of goal, endeavor, maybe it was a new job of some kind that you were heading towards, and you just, handed in your application, and it just turned into a disastrous situation. Or, you were heading towards new love, and, or in the past, and you pretty much thought this person was, the person meant for you, but then it just turned into a real disastrous connection. However it resonates, but it just looked like that's something that just did not work out so well for you in the past. Now let's look at the current situation. You start off with the 4 of Swords. Ooh, the Hermit reversed. And the Wheel of Fortune. How about that? So what I see here is the transition between the past of the Tower and the start of the current situation is you had to sort of have a rejuvenating moment. You're just kind of resting up from whatever chaotic moment happened in the past. And I just see that you're in need of rest. So if I were you, just kind of rest up, from whatever bad happened in the past, and just kind of re-energize yourself. And with the Hermit reversed, normally, upright, this, Hermit, needs to be in kind of, a solitude moment, just thinking, okay, I can't be dealing with anybody. But reversed, it's more or less also about taking action. It's pretty much, okay, rest up, take action, because there's fortune coming for you. So whatever that Tower moment was, and we're still going to clarify it, it's good to, sometimes experience those, because, from, any kind of disastrous moment, something good could usually happen, even, because you took the leap of chance. So now, you have, fortune coming towards you. It can happen. Then let's look at the future. Okay, so to transition from the Wheel of Fortune to the future, you get the Hanged Man. Oof, 9 of Cups reversed. And the Lovers. Reversed. Yeah, okay, so what I see for you is it's, this looks like internal fears. Because, the future is not for us to know, but this is kind of what I see, is you pretty much, the transition is, if you are getting some kind of fortune, it doesn't mean money or something, but it could also be good news of some kind. You know, you get the Hangman and you're kind of still pondering, you know, the future, thinking, you know, how can I deal with this Wheel of Fortune situation? I mean, you know, how can I, you know, make it last as long as possible? Because the thing is, you know, with any kind of card reverse, it usually means, you know, internal fears. You know, if you are worried you're not going to be able to get any kind of satisfaction in the future because of this, you know, it's just usually worries, you know, nightmares. So, yeah, that's kind of what I see here, is it's mostly just internal fears of, you know, being worried to think, oh goodness, what if this will not last? Because with the Lovers reversed, I'm not going to show the card, but you know it's here. You know, it could be, you know, a loss of options. You know, I mean, and you know, it's a Gemini card. You can have Gemini somewhere in your star chart. But what I see here is that these are more internal fears, and you know, and the Hangman is more or less just kind of, you know, looking ahead to think, you know, there might be some stormy clouds headed towards us, but you know, how can we avoid that? Well, sometimes you can't avoid it, but that's why we're going to clarify them with the vampire deck. But it just looks like, you know, these are just paper dragons. You know, they may not even, you know, take place. You know, whatever fortune you have, if you strategize, you know, this fortune quite well, you know, investment of some kind, or you know, or putting it into a really good, you know, a future, whatever, a savings account or something, and then, you know, the Nine of Cups reverse will become a Nine of Cups upright. Because, you know, what you do right now will impact your future. Just saying. Okay, let's clarify with the vampire deck. Okay, you start off. Okay, now wait. For the Knight of Wands, you get the Devil. Ooh. Oof, interesting. You know, it could be, you know, like bad decisions. You know, maybe you made a really bad decision and you just kind of headed off, you know, towards the rock to actually take this leap of faith of some kind. But what I just see in the past is you just made some bad decisions in your past. So it could have been a bad investment. It could have been any kind of bad moment that would actually cause crisis and chaos in your life. Hope not. But that's just kind of what I see here. It's just bad decisions. Or you could even have a Capricorn somewhere in your life, or maybe, you know, you trusted somebody who actually just deceived you in the past and caused that Tower moment. For the Fool, you get the Moon. What I see here is that man or woman, it doesn't have to mean anything in this situation, but what I see here is, you know, it's like normally with the Moon, it's kind of a negative card, and you know, normally, you know, you'll see the moon lighting up with two dogs, you know, will howling at it, and there's still a path. And that's kind of what I see here is you kind of followed the moon. You know, well, and you just, you know, took this leap of faith of saying, okay, maybe I will try to go down this path, you know, this future path of some kind. And maybe, you know, you started off with bad decisions and then you wanted to actually try something different in the past. For the Tower, you get the Nine of Grails, Nine of Cups. Maybe it was something that was a blessing in disguise. Maybe you needed to have a Tower moment in your life to be able to actually feel some kind of satisfaction in the past. Maybe this leap of faith was actually, you know, the best option for you in the past. Maybe, yeah, you had to leave this bad decision, but it kind of left you in a chaotic, rejuvenating situation, but yet you felt kind of positive about it. For the Four of Swords, you get the Hermit. Ooh. And actually, that's the second Nine of Grails or Nine of Cups, but yeah, you know, from this Tower moment, maybe, you know, it gave you some kind of satisfaction. You did need alone time. You had to rejuvenate, to rebuild yourself, and by going off as the Hermit, and this is the second Hermit card in this reading. That's what I see here. Because you need a bit of alone time. Can happen. You know, where you just think, okay, I'm going to leave the past behind, and I'm going to look at, how I can improve the future. For this Hermit reverse, meaning, you kind of want to start taking action. With the Seven of Swords, it's kind of like a con person, deceitful person. And maybe, but it doesn't per se have to mean, that you're a bad person, whoever you are. It could just mean that you're kind of strategizing, analyzing, observing, and executing your plan, because afterwards you get the fortune. So what I see here is, you first start off kind of resting, kind of going within yourself, kind of thinking, okay, I just kind of need to, to reestablish a few things. And, but yet, you're kind of still looking ahead. It's kind of still similar to the Queen and King of Swords. I mean, this is a Swords card. So for the future fortune, you get the Chariot. Ooh, some kind of fortune is heading quite fast for you, Aries. Nice. I love this. Whatever you were working and thinking during the Seven of Swords moment, it pretty much gave you fast, fortune. You had that tower moment of some kind, and now, you're heading fast towards a beautiful, a fortunate moment in your life. So let's look at the Hangman. Get Lord of Schools, you get King of Pentacles. Wow, maybe you will be okay in the future regarding, because this is probably you still thinking ahead and thinking, I would like to get this. And maybe, it's good to actually start investing stuff, start putting money like in some kind of savings, account, some kind of whatever it is. But it just looks like, yeah, you just have to, what you just have to do is you have to, kind of, look ahead and just kind of, just think, okay, how can I, make the best out of this situation? And that's kind of what I see you doing. So, for the Nine of Cups reversed, you get Three of Wands, Three of Scepters. What I see here is, you may not feel, these are just internal fears, what I see here. Just internal fears, and because there's still options for you in the future. And that's why you're thinking ahead. For the future, you're just thinking ahead. Nice. I like this. Because it's important to look ahead and to think, okay, how can I invest my money better? How can I get a better and happier, more fulfilled future? Just start thinking. For the Lovers reverse, you may not feel like you get options and stuff like that, but you get the Eight of Wands, so some kind of options is still heading towards you quite fast. Man or woman, it doesn't have to mean anything in the situation. What I see here is, you may not feel like you have options in the future, but somehow something positive is probably heading towards you in the future. You have opportunity, and you get the Lord of Skulls. The future for you. That's what I see here, at least, is, it's like all of these things are just internal fears. Thinking, will I be able to have options? Will I be able to, actually succeed in life? Well, the Hanged Man says yes, and so does the Fortune. So, anyway, let's draw a special vampire card next. Three of Wands. This is the second Three of Wands for you, Aries. Opportunity, growth, development, expansion. If I were you, I'd board this ship of opportunity and then head off to a beautiful future, whatever it may be. New job, new finances, new love, whatever it may be. But just, there's options and opportunity out there for you. Oh, wow. I'm going to draw a Vampire Oracle. Ooh. Creator. Catalyst, maker, mother, father. You could be a mother, father, catalyst, or creator, or maker. But I see that you are creating a better future for yourself here. That's what I see here. Happier, healthier, more abundant. Because you get the Lord of Skulls, you get the Three of Wands. You know, and that's just kind of what I see for you as opportunity, expansion, growth, and development, at least in the future. Beautiful. Okay, I'm going to finish off with 3 yes or no answers. Please feel free to pause this video. Answer number 1, yes, the 4 of Wands. Oof. Oh. Answer number 2 is yes, because you get the 8 of Cups reversed. Oof. And answer number 3, you get a no, because you get the World reversed. Well, Aries, I'm going to leave it at that for you, but please feel free to subscribe if this reading resonated. Even if it didn't, please feel free to check out other videos to see if they resonate with you, because I don't put time on my videos. So, anyway, in a few days, I'm going to go back to love readings, so I'll go back and forth between general and love readings. But I would love you guys so much. Thank you all for supporting me. I love you all so, so much. Mwah.